How's everybody doing today? My name is Luxeley, playing a Boomkin, as you can probably see, and I'm in Temple of Kotmogu, as you can also see. But what you can't see is that I am the lunatic behind the microphone wearing Star Trek pajamas and a New York Mets baseball hat. Why a Met hat instead of a Yankee hat? Well, I guess I made some really bad choices as a kid. It's kind of like choosing to play a shaman or an elemental shaman in PvP, and you just decide, screw it, I'm going to stick with it. Which, by the way, I think is very interesting in Legion, and eventually when I get one to max level, you might see some Ellie Shaman PvP coming out there to you. So, but for now, you're going to be looking at Boomkin, you're going to be looking at Hunter, you're going to be looking at Mage, maybe some Shadow Priest down the road, but I don't necessarily like the Legion changes for Shadow Priest, but I'm definitely digging my Boomkin. In this video, I do not have my third relic slot, so my damage is still a little bit off, but I did get it recently, so I've seen a big augmentation in damage recently. You know, Blizzard's really putting us to work to get stuff. I mean, it's like, okay, it's like a scavenger hunt, going all over. Okay, we want you to get a 1966 vinyl record copy of the Kinks' fourth album. Okay, they're just sending us on these wild goose chases to get these things, and I don't mind that. Okay, I enjoy the game. I think it's fun, but when there's a competitive balance to be had, and you just don't necessarily have the time to go out there and pop up all your artifact slots and go out there and get all your relic slots, let alone the fact that if you made a bad choice, like God forbid you didn't like your main like I did with the changes in Legion, a Shadow Priest, and then you weren't really sure what you wanted to do. Okay, well, I'll play some Warlock. Yeah, let's play some Destro Warlock. That sounds good. No, it's not. Then all of a sudden they give you a buff as a Warlock, and they're like, awesome, this is great, you know, I'm doing really great, I'm competitive, and then all of a sudden they turn around and they immediately nerf it again. And now, forget it. I mean, a Destro Warlock on the PTR, people are very upset. They're writing their congressman, they're doing all kinds of things, they're protesting, they're rioting about the changes, and honestly, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. How's your class out there? What is Blizzard doing? Is Blizzard trying to really tweak things to really mess up your life in a major way as I blink into a wall? Or are they really tweaking things to make them exciting and very viable for you? Let me know in the comments how your class is doing in Legion. Also, let me know what class you guys play. So at least when I do look at the comments, I do respond to the comments, and kind of want to know what you guys play. So I don't basically piss you off when I start talking about a Death Knight or a Demon Hunter or whatever. Basically, I hate every single class except for the class that I'm playing. So I'm bound to make fun of everything and piss somebody off in the process. No, you're not hiding. No, it's not a good hiding spot. You're dead. Thanks for playing. Yeah, eventually I'll just piss everybody off. Now, the Boomkin guide is something in progress. It would have been out there, but Blizzard's making a lot of changes across the board for every class. Patch 7.175, whatever the number is, whenever it comes out. My guess is in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But once it's out, then I'm just going to do the voiceovers, plug and play, and be out there very quickly. You guys are going to be very impressed. Visually, it is spectacular. I got a new computer. I've been grinding to kind of learn some new techniques with my editing, and I think you guys are going to really find it special, as well as some very interesting tips and tricks, which will be in that video and also weeded out into or trickled out into other videos going forward. So be on the look for that Boomkin guide. Like I said, it's delayed just simply because they're making some major changes. Whoa, Goldrin, love that effect. See, somebody once told me, hey, I like that effect too, and I knew he played a Boomkin, and now I know he plays a Boomkin, and if things are going great with Boomkins, I'll be like, shh, don't say anything, and if things are going really bad, I'll be like, dude, we gotta hit the forums. So it's always good to be armed and dangerous and with knowledge than it is to be armed and dangerous without knowledge. Don't quote me on that. I just kind of made that up, and sort of it makes no sense. But this is pretty much route where we have a really good team. As you'll see at the end numbers, the end stats, there were 3 players that really just kicked ass in this battleground, and that all it really takes sometimes, especially for a group effort. If you have 3 people that can just kill something on demand in a battleground, chances are in a 10-man battleground, it's going to be enough to make a difference and eke out a victory, and that's exactly what happens. Because even if you see here, we don't have a healer, and it's a pretty commanding victory. And the other team, they have one healer. So there you go. Yeah, pop up your bubble, do massive damage. No, don't kill I. Oh, I'm dead. Thank you, Mr. Demon Hunter. You know, it's interesting. I want to know if you guys have noticed this. When it comes to damage, overall damage in Battlegrounds, not damage per second, which is burst damage, but just overall flat-out vanilla numbers and damage in Battlegrounds. Do you notice that the classes that have very strong AoE generally eke out more damage, more so than in the past? Let me know if that's been a truth for you, if that's something you've noticed, or even going forward if it's something you notice. Because I'm kind of developing this theory that the classes that have very strong damage are doing very AoE damage, that is. Because, I mean, generally, yes, of course, if they have strong damage, strong damage numbers. Yes, I know what redundancy is. But let me know, strong AoE damage, does it translate into greater overall damage? Have you noticed it? Let me know in the comments. There's a Demon Hunter. He's all by himself. He looks a little confused. Dude, go back to Demon Hunter school. Oh, here comes the DK. He's look like he's AMS, dude. Use your AMS. Use your AM. No, we're gonna dot you to death. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got a really good team for a change. I wish I could kind of get everybody's name and say, guys, let's queue again. Let's do it again. It was a lot of fun, but no. Apparently not. Boom. I mean, I kind of feel bad for this Demon Hunter. I mean, that's a lie, by the way. Never feel bad for a Demon Hunter or a Death Knight. Ever. I never do. But he's out there trying, and I gotta give him credit for that. Padlock, you're locked to the graveyard. Thanks for playing. I gotta give him out. He's always out there. He's always in the thick of things, going after orb carriers, and he's getting crushed. But there he is. Oh no, that's oh, that is him. Yeah, how you doing, bro? Boom, boom. Uh-oh. Big damage. He's in his demon form. Uh-oh, dead. Thanks for playing. See, I just like sitting on the outside and taking shots at people and taking out their orb carriers and peeling for my orb carriers. That's probably the best advice I could give in this battleground. You know, you have to have excellent defenses in order to pick up the orbs, and sometimes you're just better off peeling for the guys that are carrying the orbs on your team, or just focusing down the guys with the orbs on the other team, which apparently there weren't too many of those because we constantly got the orbs. This is a really, really good team. Yeah, and a good team certainly ends up with good results most of the time, unless they're up against another good team, which is very obvious and sometimes does happen. And I wish that happened more often, because I am a strong advocate for fair competition, and that's what I like to see. I mean, if I beat somebody in a 1v1, I want to know it's because I outmaneuvered, I outplayed, I used my cooldowns better, used my positioning better, used my timing better. I want to know it's because of that, and not because I'm playing a certain class or playing a certain faction or playing a certain race. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. This is Luxeley saying, whatever it is by you, whether it's the morning, it's the afternoon, or it's the night, guys, step it up, make it great. Do your best in everything. Any other cliches? No, that's it. Guys, have a great one. Thanks for watching.